This Raj Kamble is where he is gone? Raj Kamble, there is Raj Kamble is there, no? Is the screen visible? Eric, are you there?
Yes,
Hello.
sir, it's visible.
Okay. So again, mm, your exams are starting from 25th, no? And you have unit test 2 on 26 for CAD game
Yes, sir.
from 12 to 1. From 12 to 1, you are aware, no? There are two papers. Otherwise, you may forget Diwali vacation. Mein. So, only two topics to be discussed from examination point of view. That is group technology. Again, important from short note point of view. And another is a flexible manufacturing system, FMS. So, usually these are the questions which is asked in question number 6 as a short note. Short note. Write a short note on group technology or write a short note on FMS. That is your flexible manufacturing system. Hmm. So again, very a lighter topic, simple topic. Then there is something called as a ghost factory also. Again, that is not that important. Ghost factory. So ghost, I'll explain that. Otherwise, I may forget that. See, ghost factory means the factory as if there is it is driven by ghost. मतलब factory के अंदर कोई भी नहीं है चलाने वाला. There are no workers, there are no people, there are no supervisors, no engineers, nobody is there. It is running uh, totally automatic. That is what is called as the ghost factory. So it is generally totally automatic or unmanned factory. Like say suppose if you visit a pen shop, if you visit a pen shop of any automobile shop, so these are all totally automatic, totally unmanned. Even some of the assembly lines or the welding lines, they are also unmanned. They are also unmanned. So these are called as the ghost factory or ghost plant. So in ghost factory, basically it will be with all automatic systems. Like you will have automatic material handling systems. You will have series of conveyors. Then you will have mostly all robots. All robots for for picking and placing. In case of painting, the robots will be used for lifting the car bodies, for rotating the car bodies, for operating the guns. Guns means spray guns, painting guns, for filling the painting guns, for cleaning the painting guns. So all those will be done by robots, and that is what is called as your ghost factory. So in short, what you have to remember is ghost factory is nothing but a totally automatic factory, totally automatic plant or a division. Hmm. Now in group technology, you are grouping your products, or you are grouping your material, raw material, or finished material. hmm, and that's why the name group technology. That's why the name group technology. And this grouping is useful for taking the decisions. Like I can give an example for taking the decision. मतलब like suppose in the schoolings you must have seen, normally the uh, क्लास ए डिवीजन में सब टॉपर्स रहते रैंकर्स 10 स्टैंडर्ड में. हम्म, और ए बी सी डी ई एफ, तो एफ डिवीजन में ऑल डफर्स, so that they understand. So this is again the concept of group technology, so that they can understand that now this division F or D division E, yeah, they are all below average students, so they have to teach them properly with proper examples, with models, with videos, all those things. And they have to, teachers has to spend a lot of time, so that they will pass and they can score first class. Whereas class A division, they already have, they are all intelligent and scholar guys. Okay, so more and more practice, more and more examples, so that they score 100% marks. Similarly, we group students, अपना physical जो education रहता है ना उसमें grounds के ऊपर, they group the students as per the weight or as per the height, or many times the competitions are grouped based on the ages below 14, 14 to 20, and above 20, open for this, open for adults, open for young. So these are all nothing but group technology. So which helps to take the decision, to take the arrange, to arrange properly. Like suppose if you have say only round components to be turned, so means what, you have a group of only round components. So absolutely you can take the decision in a in it that in this case I will not purchase any milling machine. I will only purchase, or I will invest only on lathe machine, on turning machines only, isn't it? Or if I have say prismatic components, prismatic means rectangular components, I have grouped, and I have found that there are all 95% components are prismatic. So that helps me to take the decision that now I should go for milling machines, or I should go for EDM machines. So number of milling machines should be more. Whereas जो 5% जो बचा कुचा है वो round component के लिए I will keep only one lathe machine. So this is how the decisions are taken. Decisions are taken, and they are useful for setting up the plans. So the principle is this, that it is based on the principle that similar things should be done similarly. Similar things like similar in weight or similar in shape. huh. Then if it is round component, again we divide it into light, medium and heavy. Light components again we can further divide it into watch components. Heavy component में you can divide it into roll, बड़े बड़े rolls. So उसके लिए layout, मतलब you will have to have heavy machine shop, you will have to have EO2 cranes, heavy lifting equipment, heavy material handling equipment. So that's why the group technology is important. So it is an engineering and manufacturing philosophy that groups parts together based on their similarities in order to achieve economics of scale in a small scale environment. Hmm. So this definition should appear in your answer. Hmm. Okay. Now only important to the examination I will discuss, and since I have uploaded, you can refer if you want to study in detail. But since the weightage is maximum 4 marks, that too it can come or cannot come. Uh, we will not discuss this in detail. Earlier में इसका this was one chapter itself, that was carrying a weight of 10 marks. So accordingly I had prepared this presentation, group technology FMS. It was, the weightage was 10 marks, but अभी सब खिचड़ी बन गया है, मतलब CAD भी है, CAM भी है, and you have finite element analysis also, and plus you have SIM also. Okay, so the weightage from the examination point of view was reduced. So when to use group technology, like when com- volumes are small, parts are different, hmm, then this is very important and appropriate. Again, why it is required? It is required to improve the productivity, hmm, and really it has done miracles. And you can understand the importance of group technology in everyday life. Even if we visit medical stores, simple medical stores, he is having thousands of medicines, and the moment you ask for some medicines, he gives the medicines in 1 minute or in few seconds. The indexing time is few seconds. आप erythromycin बोलो, he will give it in just 5 to 10 seconds, isn't it? So how does it remembers कौन सा रैक में है, कौन सा शेल्फ में है, कौन सा कंपार्टमेंट में है? Because he has grouped it properly, alphabetically, based on the brands names. That's why he is able to retrieve it properly. He has grouped it. Chemist shop, even आपका grocery shop में also there are hundreds of components. But does he keeps on searching? और सर्चिंग हम लोग ही करते हैं घर में, या हम लोग वी गिव ट्रबल टू अवर पेरेंट्स, मेरा ये नहीं मिल रहा है, मेरा वो नहीं है, मैंने इधर रखा था, मैंने उधर रखा था. These are the common things which happens because we don't observe. hmm, GT techniques. If you really follow these principles in your day-to-day life, the things will improve like anything. Group technology bolo, FMS bolo, या lean manufacturing bolo. It's not necessarily to be followed in industry. In day-to-day life also, these cases or these small improvements or these techniques are important. Again, the very important, importance of group technology forms a key to computer-aided process planning. So we have studied computer-aided process planning. So it picks up the plan. Moment you give the drawing, it picks up the process plan. How does it understand? Because it has several plans based on the groups. So accordingly, it retrieves, the process plan. So it forms a solid base for CAPP, that is computer aided process plan. How does it how does this classify? So there are some, classification systems also. Like you have seen the barcoding system. You must have seen the barcoding system in the malls, or in the supermarket. So like that, in group technology also we have classification system, out of which optics classification system is common, most commonly used. Optics classification. But we don't ask examination, because if I have to ask optics classification system, then it has to be for 10 marks. The weightage has to be the question itself, that minimum will be 10 marks, and which is not allowed. The 10 marks is not allowed. Hmm. So it is based on grouping into part families. It is based on attributes. Attributes matlab characteristics. The meaning of attributes is characteristics. So it is based on geometric characteristics, and it is based on production process characteristics. Geometric characteristics matlab size and shape. Size matlab kaun sa? Like small size, medium size, big size. Like say 1 meter by 1 meter. बड़े बड़े molds, injection molds, etc. Then shape means round shape, or तुम्हारा prismatic shape, rectangular shape, two dimensional, three dimensional, 2.5D, or round plus rectangular, hmm, or all of irregular shape, any irregular shape, like your hearts. These are all shapes, intricate shape. Then production process, like, hmm, what is your production method, production process character, whether it is only turning, or only milling, or only EDM, or only gear teeth cutting. So that is again another, way of classification. Hmm. So grouping parts into families is based on design and manufacturing characteristics or the features. Like now this is here the round components, huh? But it may need different manufacturing techniques because see like this, suppose if the quantity is one, or so if this quantity is same, um, how many this is now, 1 2 3 4 5, so this is 1 million, isn't it? 1 million means 1 q per 60, correct? So like this is now 1 million, and if this part is quantity is 100 pieces or 50 pieces, then your manufacturing techniques is altogether different. Based on the tolerance also, if the tolerance is say plus minus 1 micron or plus minus 10 micron, then your manufacturing process will be different. So you can group as per the tolerance also, you can group as per the quantity also. Hmm? So that is what the role of engineer is. Group technology is totally, this grouping is done by the qualified and experienced engineers. Now this is again manufacturing attributes, characteristics, like you have holes and the diameters. So how to group it like this now? Then you have some holes on the face, that is bores. Hmm. And here there are two holes, isn't it? So moment like this component and this component, you cannot group it together. This will be grouped on lathe machine. Remember, this will go on lathe machine, whereas this will go on a milling machine. This cannot be produced on lathe machine, and this will be done on the drilling machine. So this is how your grouping helps. Hmm. So what are the design and manufacturing attributes? So if we talk about design and if we talk about manufacturing, so if we talk about design, then what is the external shape? How is the external shape? How is the internal shape? Hmm? Then what is the, this is very important, L by D ratio. See, no doubt we have covered all, but L by D ratio plays very important ratio. Like suppose if the L by D ratio is small, so you have grouped the components. You have the components wherein the L by D ratio is say 4 or less than 4. Then you can go for chucking lathes, chucking lathes, shorter lathes, stub lathes. And if your L by D ratio is more than 4 or more than 5, that means your length is more and diameter is less. So in that case, your chucking lathe is not of any help. You have to go for center type lathes with traveling steady. With traveling steady. Traveling steady means that steady will give the support to the this longer components. You cannot go for chucking lathes. And 4 is a benchmark. 4 is the benchmark that if it is less than 4, then chucking length. If it is more than 4, then center length. Center length means wherein the workpiece is held and turned between centers. So this knowledge of machines is very much required, which we will be studying further in deep in next semester. Then again, material type. What is the material? If it is CNC, hmm, and if my material, raw material which is to be machined, is cast iron, that CNC is of no use because you cannot do machining, cast iron machining on CNC. If you want to do, you can go, you can do it. Nobody has stopped you on CNC lathe. But within 1 year, आपका मशीन का एक्यूरेसी जाएगा जो 15 लाख 20 लाख गया, because that cast iron it has abrasive action. Cast iron chips है ना, it has abrasive action. Within months it will spoil, it will damage the guideways. In spite of having protective covers, even though the guideways are covered by telescopic sheet metal covers or by rubber bellows, hmm, it is not totally leak proof or it is not totally tight. Since it is moving, the telescopic covers are moving, that means there has to be some gap. So some gap means this Astanka chips, which is in the powder form, will obviously go inside through those small crevices, or it can be carried away with the help of the fluid. These telescopic covers will only prevent the long or bigger chips, but it cannot prevent the powder going inside. And once the Astan powder will go inside through the covers, it will damage your guideways. It will start, eroding. It will cut your guideways, and within months the accuracy will be lost. Metal type में मतलब if I have cast iron, then I will think 10 times before investing in CNC leg. I will go for conventional leg, or I will go for retrofit. I say. Hmm? So cellular manufacturing. So in which now we divide it into different cells. That is what is called as the cellular. So group once we have grouped, once you grouped, then you can go for the cells. So each cell for a particular family of the parts. Like in Siemens, they had only one assembly line for circuit breakers, but now they just then they started with 35 assembly lines for different circuit breakers, and that enhanced their productivity. But then later on they thought, why 35 assembly lines? Why not, on one assembly line, is it possible to make four or five circuit breakers? So that 35 assembly line was further, zipped to seven assembly line. Every assembly doing five different. Hmm. So this is what the group technology, gives birth to the cells, and that is what is nothing but the cellular manufacturing. Hmm. So you'll have a small cubicles. What you see in your big corporates in HR or in purchase department, or even आपका जो call centers रहते हैं वहाँ पे also how the grouping is done. So everything is broken down into small cells. Hmm. So group technology is also helpful for determining the process layout or the type of a layout. All right, now this is a process layout means it depends on the process. Like you have see lathe machine, then you have milling machine, and then you have drilling machine, then you have grinding machines. So here the flow of the component is more. Component is going to turning, then उसके बाद milling, then उसके बाद drilling, then उसके बाद assembly like that. So the flow of the material is more, and if it is a group technology layout, that is reduced drastically. Like you are grouping the components, okay, and that particular component, for that particular component you have a particular layout. Like say this is a layout for product A, this is a layout for product B. So the product will A will flow in this layout only. जहाँ है, so product A will flow in this layout. Will flow in layout. A will not come here. B. Hmm. Like this is the kingdom for product A. This is the kingdom for product B. Hmm. So the flow of product A is restricted. So this is the raw material for product A, and this is the finished good. No doubt the investment is more here, but it will pay off in longer period. In longer period, you will get the returns. This is what I mean by flow line. huh? Like the product number one, it is going for milling, then boring, then grinding, and it is out. Then product number two, It is turning, milling, drilling, and boring. So the layout design, equipment order, and installation is done based on the product which you have grouped. Okay, ऐसे जैसे कि like tomorrow or some of you may be entrepreneur. Okay, so you may have certain requirements like you want to do heat treatment. So and it is not possible to have heat treatment, you know, in your plant. So every now you have to send the material for heat treatment भेजो यहाँ then again you have to keep follow in heat treatment होने के बाद वापस उसको मंगाओ. Okay, so what the flow of material is high. What will happen suppose if you have in-house facility of heat treatment? It is always better, isn't it? The transport cost, basing cost, it is everything is like suppose in our college, you know, earlier we had no stationery shop. So for getting few pens or for getting Xerox, students they had to go to all the way to the vendor station. The moment we had in-house Xerox, that material handling, that time is saved. The same thing here, flow line में. So you have your one product, you have one layout. No doubt there will be investment. You will get the returns very fast. So there will be different types of layouts depending upon the part family. So part family one के लिए this is a triangular. Part family two के लिए it is something like rectangular. Hmm. So you have to do some analysis. Earlier we used to do it manually. Manually मतलब जो लेथ है मिलिंग मशीन है उसका हम लोग क्या करते थे on thick cardboard paper we used to cut the cardboard. We used to cut the cardboard as per the size of the machine and we used to place and देखने का इसमें लेंथ कम आता है like that and then we used to decide the base layout. So that was manual and it was laborious. But nowadays there are a lot of softwares available. There are some softwares which are dedicated only for the layout design. So which gives you very quick and very faster and accurate results and layout. This is what is typical uh, GT center, Group Technology Center. So this is nothing but your manufacturing cell, and usually it is U shape. U shape का purpose or advantages I can tell you. What is the advantages? This is usually U shape. ऐसा रहता है U shape. So material flows from here to here, here, and it is out. At the same time, suppose if this person is idle, then he can go and help here because the traveling distance is very small. Of course, it depends upon the space also, how much space you have. Instead of keeping it in series one after other, it is always better to have U layout or circular layout. So the line is balanced. I mean the workload is balanced. Whoever is idle can be asked to help other people. So these are the various advantages of Greek technologies. You can have small large size possible. Transportation handling time is reduced. Then how to build groups. So here it is. Small component, big components, medium size component, small length, big length. hmm, Items which look same like all spur gears, all bevel gears or all helical gears or cogwheels. Cogwheels means the teeth are cut on the belt. That is what is your called as the cogwheels. Then you can classify that is items that are made with the same equipment, items which look alike, and then there are codes. There are different codes for the classifications, and there are some guidelines like we have studied specification or coding system for grinding wheels. We have studied the coding system for CNC turning tools, for CNC turning tool holders. So similarly, there are coding system for group technology. Of course, this is not important from examination point, but just to give you bird's eye view. Hmm? You have coding system like hierarchical coding system, then you have chain coding system, then you have hybrid coding system. This is the most popular classification system, Optis classification system. Uh, Based on this, your barcoding is generated. Hmm? Like first 5 digits, then 4 digits, this. So what this indicates, what this indicates, what this indicates. Like here, this describes the, like if it is 1, then I can understand that it is short. If it is 2, then I can understand that there is a hole inside. So like that, different letters has got different meanings, and that has been described here. Like say 1, 2, 3, 4. So digit 1. So if it is 0 means L by D ratio is then more less than 0.5. If there is a 7, then or if there is a 2, then L by D ratio is more than 3. Like that. Digit 2. So digit 2 it helps you to identify shape, and like that it is. So this is what is your geometrical form code. Geometrical form code matlab ये 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are called the geometrical form. So this is how you can understand 22400. So 2 का मतलब क्या है? See now ये जो 2 है ना इसका मतलब ये है this L by D ratio is more than 3. Then second अभी ये जो 2 है this 2 means there is a threading here this 2. Then 4 मतलब this. Then 0 मतलब this. There is no surface method. Then again 0. That means there is no auxiliary hole on the surface. So this way you can understand the complete geometry from the code. Again, PFA examination point of view also important. PFA is nothing but production flow analysis. That is, you are generating the layouts as per the flow, how the material is flowing, and there are some algorithms, you know. So that algorithm will give rise to layout. So any layout software जो रहता है, the layout software, so they have this algorithm out of which the King's algorithm is very common. King's algorithm. जो सॉफ्टवेयर है ना, any software will run on some mathematics, some mathematical models or mathematical formulas. So the layout, the plant layout software, these are based on this King's algorithm, that is rank order clustering, hmm, which gives you the best layout, gives you the best layout, because there is no magician sitting inside the software, isn't it, to give the best layout. There are some, you know, something is happening in the background, some mathematics. That mathematics is nothing but this binary coding, King's algorithm, Optis classification system. All this is given in the background, that is at the back end, and on the front end you get a nice layout, the best layout, they say. So those who are interested can go through this. But again, from examination point of view, you have to study only up to 25 slides only. Huh? 25 slides. This sorting, etc. I'll just quickly go through this. Huh? You can use your linear programming techniques also, which is in operation research for generating the best layout, hmm, which you learn in the OR operation research, that is elective subject actually. Earlier it was compulsory, but now it is elective. So that was about group technology. Now another is your FMS. FMS stands for the flexible manufacturing system. Again, the relevance of examination is short note. Again, the weightage is 4 marks. 4 marks means either of these. ऐसा नहीं कि GT आएगा 4 मार्क के लिए, FMS आएगा 4 मार्क के लिए, AG आएगा 4 मार्क के लिए. इसमें से so flexible manufacturing system means your manufacturing line should be flexible. Flexible मतलब क्या? It should be soft wire. Means we should be able to manufacture any model. Like we have an assembly line. This FMS is most commonly used in automobile sectors. Like they have assembly lines, and on one assembly line only they are manufacturing CNG models, petrol models, diesel models. Then तुम्हारा blue color का vehicle, silver color का vehicles. Earlier it was not so. It was dedicated hardware. मतलब if the line is set for CNG, then only CNG models. If it is set for diesel, then only diesel models. If you want petrol model, come after 1 month. This is what the manufacturer used to say when there was no competition. When slowly competitions started, and then manufacturer like premiums, they had monopoly. They start understanding the importance of flexibility. Hmm? And you know the truth. Maruti launched and they started throwing models every year, whereas Premier was only with Premier Padmini and Ambassador. There was no change in models. Hmm. They tried, for Uno and for Pal Peugeot, but their setup time was so high. It nearly took 1 year just to set up the line of Uno. You know, and in that 1 year, Maruti by that time launched two new bull models. Okay. So again, Uno and Paul Pujo failed. So they had to completely shut down the Purra plant as well as Dombivli plant. FMS flexible manufacturing system means what? Within no time you should manufacture different models. I say on the same line with little setup time. With very less setup time, you should manufacture different different models. And then what will be the requirement, hmm, for this? How to manufacture? With such a small setup time, how to manufacture different models. So what type of equipments are required? That is what is discussed in this FMS. Again, earlier it was for the 10 marks. That's why this presentation is little big. But I will just tell you only from the examination point of view. So here you have to first define whether it is 4 marks or 10 marks. Then diagram is important. Then some main body and then conclusion. So it is a production system consisting of a set of identical or complementary numerical control machines which are connected to an automated material handling system, or transportation system. Hmm. So what are the of FMS? You should need work centers. Work centers is nothing but your CNC lathes, grinding machine. Nibbling machine means press. Remember, nibbling machine process centers, like you have washing machines. ये washing machine मतलब अपना कपड़ा धोने का machine नहीं. Washing machine means the components are cleaned. They are passed to that washing centers, and there is a jet of all this cleaning, acid, water, air, which cleans the components. Sometimes even you have ultrasonic machines for cleaning. Then you have CMM, you have robotic work machines, you have manual workstations. Then secondary equipments. So these are the requirements of your FMS. So you should have pallet, you should have pallet for loading, you should have fixtures. Uh, then supporting equipments may you will have robots, you will have tool stores, raw material stores. There's the concept of now supermarket. Nobody has stores. Store अभी किसमें भी बड़ा बड़ा कंपनी ने stores निकाल दिया. It's a supermarket. See, like what is a mall. Mall मतलब बड़ा बड़ा है ना, like metro, DMart. And then supermarket matlab supermarket is a subset of mall. So you don't have supermarkets are generally you know are very common. And every 5 minutes you walk you will get a supermarket. Understand? Whereas for the mall you will have to go by rickshaw or car. Little they are not so common. Malls are bigger, supermarkets are smaller, but still you get everything. The stock is less. So same thing is here nowadays. We have a supermarket means wherever the material is going to be used on the assembly lines, okay, there it will be stocked. So the supplier who is supplying the components will directly send it to the assembly line, and there is a supermarket near every assembly line. That is also called the POUS, POUS. That is point of use and storage. So there it is stored. That is what is called the supermarket. So that is what is nothing but your raw material stores or tool stores. So where FMS is applicable, it can be used in metal cutting, metal forming, assembly, welding, surface treatment, that is cleaning, painting, inspection, testing. These are the advantages of FMS. Of course, you have limitations also. Mm. The most important limitation is nothing but it is costly. It is costly, actually expensive. So you have to properly think before you invest that how much rate of interest ROI you are going to get. If you want to draw a picture of FMS, you can draw it like this, a block diagram. Hmm. Like you have a host computer which controls different machines. Hmm. Like you have lathe machine, you have milling machine, you have robo for material handling, hmm, and so on. Hmm. So what are how this FMS is made out of? That is, there are some layouts, FMS layouts, which are progressive layout and closed loop layout. Hmm. Then ladder layout, then open field layout. Every layout has its own advantages. Then flexible FMS is also called as the flexible automation. Hmm. Flexible, that is ability to adapt to engineering changes in parts. मतलब if there are any changes in the part design, etc., uh, on the same line you can manufacture that component. That's why it is called the flexible automation. These are some equipments, like as I told that this U layout, or U-type assembly lines are most common in FMS. So this is again uh, elliptical layout. Uh, so here you have standpoint. Hmm. And you have different conveyors. And this is your computers and PLC for controlling these assemblies. These are the different robots. Robots forms the heart of FMS system. Only you have to take decision based on the ROI, return on investment. And of course, uh, since it is flexible, you need to have computers and softwares to adapt to the changes. And there are either a generic software or dedicated software for controlling the robots. These are the different converters which are used in FMS. It is FMS is always a PLC based. So this is also called as the integrated production management system, hmm, which is also there in the syllabus. That is called as the IPMS, integrated production management system. So it has all PLCs, it has FMS, and it has SCARAs, everything automatic. Hmm. So IPMS में क्या रहता है? It will give you the and details right from raw material to the finished product. It gives you all the details right from raw material to the finished, finished product. And every vehicle it has um, it has a R code which is generally uh, kept at the chassis. Hmm. So that contains that, or we can call it as a small chip, and that chip contains all the information. Hmm. Like what was the raw material when it was dispatched, when it was assembled, who has assembled. So all those details will be stored in that chip, small chip, and it gives you all the details. So you can identify like if something goes wrong with that particular product, you can trace it back through that chip, and that is the important part of IPMS, that is integrated production management system. So IPMS also gives you what is the production rate, uh, why the production rate is small, hmm, why the production rate is increased, then what are the breakdowns, what are the reasons of breakdown, whether the preventive maintenance was not done. It will also give you the time loss due to shortage of the inventory, or time loss due to breakdown, or time loss due to sometimes absenteeism also. People are not available in the festive season. So what are the different time loss due to which the production rate is reduced, so that everything you can obtain in IPMS, or in IPMS is a part of FMS, integrated production management. So that's why nowadays, no, you will find the workers, they are working very, faithfully without wasting time. They know that he is being watched, he is being controlled. You know, his every activities or his every motion is being watched. They're all CCTVs. Everything is recorded. His name, roll number, at what time he is doing, everything is recorded. And that's why nowadays it is much more disciplined, much more flexible, hmm, and there is a less role of unions now. You know, so management is now, this is now management driven. This production, manufacturing is management. That is management is strong now, and not the worker. So this was your different layouts which has been taken from your Grover. Hmm? Grover is the name of the author. And FMS is very commonly used in body shop. This is in automobile manufacturing, in paint shop, and in final assembly. You can simulate this using the softwares. You can simulate this using the software, because if you want to set up a line, you know, you want to set up a line for a new model, then first you'll have to simulate on the software like Arena what we have, and then only the decisions will be taken up. So that was your FMS. And then one more, I just wanted to, one or two slides I wanted to show, that is automated guided vehicles, which we have already taken. You know, just wanted to show you how the automated guided vehicles looks like. So this is what is your AGV will look like. AGV will look like this. Hmm. Only 4 marks weightage. They are powered by batteries, or you have they have a track also beneath, like your tram. Then they have a proper guidance systems, GPS system. Hmm. So this is what is complete electrical, system for AGV. This is your forklift truck. This is how AGV will look like. This is for the AGV. Now it is carrying this big roll, bada roll carry kar. Okay. And generally it is unmanned. Generally it is unmanned. Then there are small duty, light duty AGV or heavy duty AGV. So this is your AGV. This is what is the material, that is a big roll, huh? A paper roll. This is in your newspaper industries. This is ultra heavy duty AGV. Engine marriage vehicle. Vehicle means what? Marriage means you are putting, or you are assembling your engine on the chassis. That is what is called as the engine marriage. Even body, we say something called as the body marriage. Body marriage मतलब जो body को chassis के ऊपर drop करते हैं, and then we fix by bolts from the down. So that is called the body marriage. So that was all about AGV. Hmm. Then these are some, factors. That is, AGV is affected by the environment, floor conditions, and maintenance is required. And battery has some life, so you need to charge it. Hmm. Maintenance is very important. Then there are sensors which detects and useful for avoiding the collision. This is completely unmanned by vision system. This is the trajectory, means this is the path which is followed by the truck or by the AGV. Hmm. Okay, and now if you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, you can leave. I think some students they already left. Iraq Patel, Praveen Shah, Indrajit Dangle, Shubham Khareria.